on everyone, my head is awesome, I'm Mick.
I'm Dan. Today, self-defense against wrist grabs.
Let's go.
So it's simple, one-handed wrist grab. My way out is through the thumb and finger. That's the gap out of there. It just comes out. It's important with everything we do to move and stay relaxed, right? If I go all stiff and fight, she naturally fights back, and then I can't get it out. Okay, so I say when the grab comes, just move, relax. It's bizarre, isn't it? If it's a cross grab and the gap is on the other side, it doesn't matter, I'll still just move and come out through the gap. Yeah, that's easy for me because I'm a man, you're just a girly, right? But if I grab and hold tight, my fingers are interlocking around Mick's wrist, so you step and stay relaxed. Can't hang on! Doesn't go.
And I'm not reaching, it looks like I'm reaching, but I'm just moving my arm and the motion pulls it out.
Yep. Cross grip's the same. Just move, don't even think. Yeah, well, don't turn your back to me either.
Yeah. What you were doing that way, so you could elbow me. Every time I felt like you were going to elbow me.
This time, step away, 45 degrees away, and pull it. Don't turn your back to me.
Right.
So it's letting your body, let your body do the movement, right? Yeah, nice. What to do next? I'm going to introduce two strikes here. One is just the edge of the hand. So if you take your hand, just close all your fingers and bend them, I don't know, down to 45 degrees. We're going to hit with this meaty bit on the edge of your hand. And the other one is, it's not a punch, but if we close our fist and stick our thumb on top hard, we hit with the thumb. And it's a nasty, penetrating, awful shot. Mick's doing a cross grab. I'm going to step in and basically free the hand. This is where this edge of the hand strike comes in. Bang, right across her face. This hand, what that does is it opens up this part. So with my thumb poking out, floating ribs, not low into the waist, but into just the bony bits, bang. See what happens? And then flee, where you want to be, is feel there's a hip bone. I don't want to hit that because it's no good. The soft stuff's no good. But in there, so the grab comes, break, attack the face, straight into I attack the face, straight into there. But I get my power by dropping down. Break first.
Ow!
Keep close. So, good point there. Mick's swinging high and out. The closer to your centre you are, the more powerful you are. Also, there's another thing, if you just do the grab. Someone used to say elbow to elbow.
Right.
And if you cross grab, elbow to elbow, if you want. But that's an easy way of thinking. If someone grabs, you just...
Hey, stop that.
I know a guy said he spent the night in the clink because he said the cops, they had a few drinks and the cops were after him. They kept grabbing him, he just kept going clink, clink. Hey guys, and then they jumped on him and threw him in there. Come out, step, it's your body movement. Bang, yes.
Right, because that doesn't feel like that's the way it should work, but it is.
So it doesn't matter which way you step. Yeah, poof, yes. Bang, ow. Where'd she get so many bones from?
From you!
Ow. So, break, shooter here. I'm still targeting the same place, but drive an elbow in. Okay? Shot to the shooter again to the groin. I call these a shooter, right? To the groin, bang. So, up, bang, edge of that thing there. Drop in with the elbow. Groin as you go. Well, what happens if I don't quite get the wrist break? I'm going to come up out and move 45 across her shoulder, stepping with that same leg. Well, it's not quite away. So at the same time I attack here. So this is your long nails thing. Straight into the eyes, twist a little bit, and that takes her back. So with my knee, bang, give her the old Charlie in the legs, stomp with your stiletto on her foot. When I'm stand, I tend to want to turn my feet out like a Daffy Duck rather than attack from this side because it's more balanced.
Step in.
Let's go enough.
Cool.
Let's just
Charlie.
hold. Stop.
Right. Step out. Knee to the groin. Another knee to the groin. stomp on that foot and then get out of there.
Okay, so we're going to use the strike again because I like it because it's penetrating. It's good for a woman to do. Get away from punches, you know. Even though every woman I've trained with has these little hard fists that just get into you. But Mick grabs me with 2 hands, a wrist grab. I have no way out because the gaps are opposing each other, right? So Mick was going to grab, I grab and pull. I go with it, and drive that into the groin crease. This bendy bit here where your legs bend. What it is we make a little lance straight and just drive straight in as they pull. As they pull, just go. And as she pulls, I just stick with it, right? It is so unexpected.
It is.
You expect resistance when you pull, which is another thing you can do. So if I grab you and pull, you fight me just a little bit, then I pull harder and then boom, in you go. This is a brutal technique for using a pen, which is one of the deadliest weapons I know. It really hurts. Just hold the pen with a little bit sticking out, and it's like I just want to drive it through the person's groin crease. If I just happen to be unlucky enough to just relax, to grab that hand, pull, then you resist it, and then you just lance it straight through both. But there's quite a gap between my groin crease, bang, that's where you want. So what Mick did there was she collapsed. So when I pulled her and she came lancing through, she sort of became weak. What I want to see is more like a yoga style. You know, yoga are always up and doing their thing. It's the same thing. So when I grab and pull, you step forward but keep your forearm, yes. And see, even looking then, that looks so much stronger to me. Certainly feels stronger. So I grab and pull, resist just a bit, and then bang! And run.
Then run.
Mick's going to give me the double grab again. We're just going to basically repeat a technique we did earlier, because now I have control. She's tied up both her weapons, even though it's frightening and it feels frightening, she's tied up both her weapons. So I'm going to step 45 over her shoulder, bang, and just take her arms with me. And then what did we do before? We ripped the face, knee to knee, stomped on the foot. Don't be scared in practice to take the eyes. I want the head back. The further back, the more off balance she is, the better it works for me. Next grabbing me, I step to the side, but this time instead of attacking the eyes, I come under the chin to open it up for me, and then I just roll that in there. Now I stop. Bang. So we're attacking the triangular notch here at the base of the throat. Pen comes up and clears the head away. See how it opens it up for us, isn't that nice? Then the other end just goes straight and maybe jiggle it around a little if you like. So double grab, move aside, drive that out. So double grab, step under and then dig it in and straight down. Right, so we've got our man down. From here, you can just drop to one knee, boom, anywhere really. You're going to stomp on the feet, stomp arms, hands, right? I would hardly encourage you to stomp on the head unless you're in an extremely life-threatening situation. So if you just stand and drop, boom, it does a lot of damage, right? Okay, Mick grabs both wrists. Well, actually the same rules apply, of course, but she again has tied up her hands. I'm just going to step back, whang, rugby kick, straight in the groin. That has a few options, of course. So there you go. So, great, step back, knee into the head. So, step back, which pulls her over. Kick, big shin kick straight in the groin. Break, grab her ears. So I'm just going to do what I would call, from my childhood, a pig bite or a horse bite. These days I just call them flesh grabs. So we just grab flesh in there and give it a good old twist. This time we're going to grab the ears. So we just grab them and then pinch and twist and push and pull. So I'm pulling down here, I'm pushing with the top, and you see where she goes so easily. It's beautiful to behold.
Beautiful.
Wow.
So because I got stilettos and I'm not particularly balanced, if I'm going to stomp on him, he gets his hand down there, I'm going to stomp on it, I want my balanced foot as close to the hand as possible, and stomp with that, stomp.
Because we do everything with body weight, it's about moving the hips, not the top. So when the takedown comes, I don't want to be bending over with it like this. Keep upright and drop my knees. Back as upright as you can, right? Because that's, you've got to get your power. Yeah. Sweet. What Mick did good there was the first kick didn't put me in position, so she kept me off. Alright, so Mick's going down for me. It's like if she falls, I just drop and they stand up, just drop. Oh. I've got your hand. If you got the hand straight, break that arm. If you happen to be holding a hand, snap the fingers. Just a couple, that's all you need. Then you have a control as well. Get up with your broken foot and get up. Inside, cup both hands. Bang, straight, best both eardrums really. So we can just latch onto these and do what we just did. Or in this case, I'm just going to hold the back of your head, put my thumb in this eye and create the same motion. Forward and down, yeah? Here's my takedown. And my knee drop. You step in and break. And even if they don't break, lead. Okay, just secure with one.
Right.
And thumb in, and you guide, you push and pull. Push and pull. Keep me down, but move your feet as you go.
Okay.
Let's use the pen again. So it's a double wrist grab. We're going to step, take one to the side, break the other one. That now drives. So we're just going in anywhere around the collarbone, in where the throat is. Just have a poke around yourself and you'll see where you don't want to go. It really hurts better strike, or you just lay your hand on and grind in like that. Step forward, take this hand low and back, this one high, and it's broken the grip. And this one has the pen in it. Straight into the side of the neck, dig in, straight down. So the point of this first movement is to create an off-balance situation. So I step and lead and take her hand behind her, because at the same time I'm coming up.
You see my issues, go me.
I'm just stepping forward, right?
Yeah. Your arm's longer than mine.
Stay upright. Stay upright. Just do that. And at the same time you've done this.
Okay.
See? Okay, this time I see Mick coming in and she's coming to grab. I pull back at the same time. So I'm turning side on to her if you like. So my turning is bang. Okay, step aside, sideways. Just a little evasion, I let her drift past. Oh, when that comes, I just keep it out of her reach and it overextends here. At the same time, remember this one where we closed fist and stuck our thumb out? Straight up into the throat. Then we just turn our hands into the... So what I did there was struck under the throat to open it up, then straight into a little choke to stick my fingers in.
Don't want it.
Straight in, right? This can also just be the back of the hand. You just want to open up, bang, open up, then that's a strike in that case, right? Oh, nice. And see, that hand is now free. Ooh.
Sorry, you pulled it.
Yeah, a little high, but then just apply the same thing. Just move when you do it. The kick was on. So with that technique, Mick had me in a halfway position, and it was a good shot just to kick me right in the face. So the good old, what I'd call a rugby kick, if you're kicking a soccer ball or something, just a stiff-legged shin kick straight in the groin is great, but we're looking to do a different strike. Kicking is not as hard as you think. Just forget all the knee high and round and all that sort of stuff. I just put my foot there. If the wall was here, I just want to put my foot there, bang. So we just want to make your foot go straight to my head or chest or throat or whatever's on. The movement will be just so that if the foot goes in a straight line, that's the movement you use. Just make your foot go in a straight line, right?
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, okay. Not that hard, is it?
We've had a big day.
I'm so stunned.